It's your boy, Wattlebird Boy here, and I'm going to show you guys my Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon team. The team that I played through the game with. I chose now because around this time, the majority of the Pokemon community that bought the games will probably have finished it, and spoilers aren't really a worry. But if you haven't played it, there will most likely be spoilers. So warning you now. Maybe put it in this video in your watch later and watch it later after you've played the game. Otherwise, I'll show you my Ultra Moon team. The first decision you have to make is what Pokemon are you going to choose as your starter. Now, we all know the starters. There's Popleo, Rowlet, and Litten. I chose Popleo. Mainly because I chose Rowlet when I played through Sun, and I really enjoyed it. It was just so good. Mainly because Litten and Incineroar aren't really my favorites, and I wanted to choose something different. I like to try out different starters, different Pokemon. So that was really why I chose Popleo. The next Pokemon I added to my team was the Rockruff you get from the Wi-Fi thingy, the Dusk Form Lycanroc Rockruff. I got that one because I really wanted Dusk Form Lycanroc. I liked the midday form more than the midnight form, but then I also liked the midnight form. So it was like, which one will I take? I know that's the fun in choosing, and the Dusk form kind of took away from that whole aspect of which one do you want to choose. But I'm happy with the Dusk form. I actually prefer it over both of them. It's just the best of both. I'm happy with it. It was so good. I just liked how the way it looked. That orange, that kind of sunset orange. I did find evolving it really troublesome. I didn't realize that in the game it had to be 5 o'clock, so I had to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning to evolve it at 5 p.m. in game. So that was really tedious, but it was worth it. The third Pokemon that joined my team was a Magnemite from Howoli City. I don't think I pronounced that correctly, but we'll just go with it. So I was going through the grass, and I wanted like a Meowth, something that I hadn't used before. One big battle that Magnezone really did help me win was the Totem Mimikyu trial. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, I struggled quite a bit to defeat that Totem, and having a Steel type to exploit the very few weaknesses that it had was very good. It's just pretty much flash cannoned the Mimikyu gone. The fourth member to join my team was a Driftbloom named Flo. I liked it. I never used it before. I've heard that they're not that good. I know they're not very defensive. I didn't know what to expect. I was still discussing to myself whether I should put it in the PC and get a different Pokemon. Anyway, I kept it, and I was at Wella Volcano Park, and I found a Cubone. So I caught it with the Premier Ball. I like the Premier Ball. I've never really caught Pokemon with it. So I caught it, and I wanted at least one Alolan form. So this Cubone was really good, a fire type, which is what I was looking for, into Alolan Marowak. It evolved, eventually, before we got to the forest. It evolved, and I realized Alolan Marowak is part ghost, so it's a ghost fire type. And that was a problem because I really don't like overlapping types on my team, and at this point I still had Driftbloom. Marowak even though it didn't get any ghost moves other than like Hex, it was still good. Once I got to the top of that mountain, Mount Lanakila, that's the one. Once I got up to the top, the Pokemon Center there, I talked to the old lady to get Shadow Bone so I could get a stab, physical ghost move for my Marowak. One battle that was so hard, did Giovanni battle with his Mega Mewtwo. I'm playing Pokemon Ultra Moon, so he had Mega Mewtwo Y. I had done that battle so many times, and I managed to win only yesterday. So I've been playing for months trying to beat him. I beat him finally, but with Marowak. And what I really am proud of is he avoided the attack because he had full, like, the friendship thing. How if they have full friendship, they're more likely to survive KOs and stuff like that. He avoided the attack because of that. Then he landed a Ghost Z move, and if he had hit me with that Psy Strike, I would have probably lost because he would just destroyed all of my other Pokemon. But Marowak just held, or like, avoided the attack. Z move Ghost Z moved the Mewtwo, and it was just, all of a sudden, I had won. The final member of my team, and the video isn't done after this, I have another Pokemon that I switched Flow in with. But anyway, this was the final member, and there's that EVA that you get from the daycare people. And I had one empty slot left, so I put it in the empty slot, and I was running around. I was training and evolving Marowak. So I was walking around a lot, and I had the XP share and everything. So I was walking. And then suddenly Eevee came out. I didn't want to evolve it. I was thinking about evolving it into a Glaceon. That's my favorite evolution, but you find the Ice Stone so late in the game. I wanted a Sylveon, but my Primarina was going to be a Fairy type anyway. Dark type is a bit of a hassle. I know it was Ultra Moon, but I couldn't be bothered really. Espeon same was even harder to get because I was playing Ultra Moon, and the majority of the time it's nighttime. And there was Leafeon. I didn't want Vaporeon or Flareon or Jolteon. They didn't really appeal to me. Vaporeon I already have a water type. Flareon, I already had a fire type. I didn't want an electric type. And I was around that time where I was in the rainforest, and I saw the Moss Stone. I'm like, okay, so I was like thinking about it. And I did it like in a second. I pressed the A button, went into my bag, used the last rare candy I had, and I had a Leafeon. My only problem was it didn't get a physical grass type move until later in the game, so I was using like Giga Drain. Leafeon doesn't have very good special attack, yes. Doesn't have very good special attack, so I was like struggling a bit, but pulled through. It did learn Leaf Blade eventually. That was the final member of my team until I was going through the grass. I had an empty slot because I'd taken Flow off my team, so I had 5 Pokemon. I was going through, and I knew there was a Pancham on Route 11, and I knew how to evolve Pangoro, how to evolve Pancham into a Pangoro. Had a Pangoro, put them out. That was really good idea. I needed a fighting type desperately. I knew from Sun and Moon that Kukui had a Snorlax. I didn't know that How would be the one that you would battle instead of Kukui. But still, it came in handy because How has a Tauros and I think another, and the Kamala. So it was good to have a fighting type. It has so much attack. So Pangoro has 224 attack. That is so good. That just maxed out attack is so good. That's the 6th and final member of my team. So that was my team for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I enjoyed the games. I was really excited for them, even if they were only going to be a remake of Sun and Moon. It was going to be a bit like Black and White, but Black and White 2 were really good games. Great improvements on the original, so if it was going to be like them, I knew Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was going to be even better than Sun and Moon, and I enjoyed Sun and Moon so much. So, that was my team. I hope you liked it. Still like, subscribe. Now, when I'm filming this, it's the day before New Year's Eve. So I hope you guys have a great New Year. Happy New Year's Eve. And stay awesome. Like, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time.